Hey everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. It's Healthy Podcast. I just finished running 12 kilometers, over 12 kilometers, because I'm preparing in 2026. I want to run from London to Le Mans, and I think we'll be around like 400 kilometers. Hopefully, I can do it in 7 days. Probably I'll start on a Saturday, and hopefully I will finish on a Friday. So I have some training before, but now I started seriously. So I'm on Strava. It's healthy. It's healthy is on Strava. If you are looking for us, it's healthy on Strava. Training every day, almost every day, not every day. Yeah, you can find our activities over there, or mm, more precisely, my activities, under the name It's Healthy. Okay, so in today's episode, I want to talk about our Flintstones route. I always like to make this comparison between Flintstones and Jets. You know those cartoons, Flintstones and Jetsons. The were two extremes, Stone Age and very technical future with flying cars and all of that. So, yeah, I want to say something that sounds obvious, and that's exactly the problem. Our bodies haven't changed much in tens of thousands of years, but the way we live has changed completely. Today, we call this mismatch a diet problem, but it's not a diet problem. It's a lifestyle amnesia problem. So the thing is the Flintstones roots that are in us versus modern labels. And if you strip everything back, human health has never was never complicated, to be honest with you. We ate real food, we moved because life required movement, we slept when it got dark, we spent time outside, we had social bonds, fears, goals, and purpose. Then, none of that had a name. No one tracked it, no one optimized it, it was just life. Today, we've taken those basics and fragmented them into industries. Food became diet, movement became exercise programs, sleep became supplements, mental health became apps, or maybe apps like everything became an app, actually. So if you look at life right now, it's quite true. Like the basics of our life was quite simple, like food, real food, nothing processed. Okay. And then you had to move because that's why you have legs, you have arms, you have to train them, you have to stay on them, you have to run, you have to grab and pull yourself up and many other things, climb things and so on. But because of life, our lifestyle evolved so much right now, we didn't use all of these things. And also we went to sleep when it was dark outside, but now because we have these blue lights from screens, we just can spend tens of hours in front of them and forget about dark and day and anything around us. See, we forget even that we have to eat and that it is what it is. And social bonds doesn't exist anymore. Like, for example, London probably is the top loneliness city in the world. Well, because no one wants to talk with each other and try to have like like a connection or talk with each other and try to make friends and go outside to a pub and drink a pint and talk and socialize, um, or conquer fears or having goals, for example. Like everyone tries to live like there is no tomorrow, something like that. No one has aims, goals, a plan, lists with aims, nothing like that. Everything is flower power and purpose. Like no one is bothered anymore to look for a purpose or to try to create things that can help others and s- be at someone else's service and try to help other people and stuff like this. So all those things that were quite normal and it's are ingrained, I think it's the right word. Yeah, ingrained in us or installed in us since we were born and came to this earth. Now everything it's an industry. We have apps for tracking how much food we eat. We have thousands of products that are processed. Nothing is real food. And if you tell anyone to eat real food right now, they say, I'm on diet. Or are you putting me on diet? Something like that, which is ridiculous. But anyway, if you tell anyone that they have to go to the gym or start exercising and stuff like this, oh my God, do I have to work out? Oh, Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous, which is quite funny. But anyway, if you tell someone to go to sleep um, around 9 or 10 p.m., they will tell you that they will say, are you punishing me for something or what? um, and if you try to explain to become more sociably, like to go and engage with other people and start talking with other people and make friends and a social life, they will say something like, no, I have the label of was that introvert, extrovert, ADHD, and all of those labels, which which me personally I don't agree with them. Like you need to talk. You are a human being. You need to talk with each other. You need to develop. It's a skill. You need to develop it. Simple as that. Yeah. So that's actually true. That's the life. And when people say I need to go on a diet, what they usually mean is I've drifted far away from how humans actually function. And it's true, it's exactly what I said earlier. Clean food isn't a diet, sunlight isn't a protocol, water isn't a hack, sleep isn't a productivity tool. Calling this a diet is like calling breathing a strategy. And that's true. If you think about it, that's true. Calling this a diet is like calling breathing a strategy. Notice something interesting. When people talk about health, they usually stop at food and exercise. Their list slowly gets a little bit longer with thoughts, emotions, goals, aims, dreams. A body without direction behaves differently. Stress hormones don't care how clean your meal are. Lack of purpose changes appetite, sleep, recovery, and consistency. And that's so true. If you take a purpose from a person or a name, a dream, a goal, something that they can go after it, if you take that away, that person can become sick, ill, very fast. That's that's a fact. That's a true. Maybe I can't demonstrate exactly, but definitely there are studies out there that can prove this. So probably this is one of the problems around the world for people that are getting obese. They don't have a purpose, they don't have aims, dreams, goals, tasks, they don't have a plan, nothing. So it's quite hard for them to just start moving because they don't understand the purpose or the goal or the plan or the aim because they don't have one. They don't understand why they should act on them and try to become healthier. So because of that, they don't. It's extremely hard for them to move forward to try to improve their health. So that's why two people can eat the same food and train the same way and get completely different results. And about this idea, which is quite true, it's a fact. I'm gonna read it again. That's why two people can eat the same food and train the same way and get completely different results. I went to the last movie The Rock made. Um, he was his character was an UFC fighter. So I remember someone said once in a podcast or somewhere, like two athletes can train the same way, can eat the same way, can have the same mentality of winning. They try their best, but the difference between winner and loser is what happens outside of the gym, what happens at home, like with their family, relationships, parties, social life, and everything like this, like human connection in terms of family, relationship, relatives, marriage, everything like this makes that person to win or to lose, and that's actually true. That's actually true. So yeah, common sense feels hard today because the environment works against it, not because people are weak. This is quite this is quite true because if you look around, all the shelves in the supermarket are packed with um, products that are like chemical soup and very very processed. So common sense doesn't exist anymore over there. If you look at the fitness industry, it's the same thing. They try to make clients return again and again and again. So that's why you have all these 3 months programs where you can lose 20 kilograms, and then even studies shows that 50% of people they regain their weight after this kind of programs in 2 years, and more than 85% in 5 years. So basically they all return back because it's extremely hard for the brain to adapt to this kind of programs and so fast. And the other things, like for example a job, uh, in schools the school system doesn't explain to the kids or teach the kids to create a plan, to create aims, to create goals, purpose, dreams, take care of them, and so on. So it's quite normal. And look at artificial light, the blue screens just extends the day so much, like a lot. Like you can stay awake until 3 in the morning and don't feel tired. Seriously, it's quite normal. Yeah, so food is engineered for speed and pleasure, sitting is rewarded. Busyness is praised, stillness feels uncomfortable. And that's reality. Like, try to tell a person to lay down on the floor and sit over there for 15 minutes. They will say you punish them. It's incredible. Like, the life around us, our lifestyle has such a speed that we can't even imagine. Like, we can't comprehend. So once we get that rhythm, it's quite hard for us to stop and just stop and do nothing, like for 15 minutes, stay still in one place and just let your thoughts run away, like wherever they want. It's incredible hard right now. It's like a punishment. So people don't fail because they lack discipline. They struggle because they're trying to live a modern life with ancient biology. And that's true, because our Flintstones roots will never disappear. Will never ever ever disappear. We just forget about them. Like, our lifestyle and this modern life force us to forget about them, and we try to adapt as much as possible. We try to forget about them, but we get back to the reality when we get sick, when we get ill, and it's true. No checklist, no tactics overload. Instead of asking what diet should I follow, ask which part of being human have I removed from my life? Is it movement? Is it daylight? Is it sleep? Is it direction? Is it recovery? That's why it's very important. That's why I said so many times, when you get ill, if you get ill, if you get a flu, if you feel sick or something, try, or you have an injury, something hurts your back, your elbow, your shoulder, try to look back on your life. Try to see what was your lifestyle in the last 2 or 3 months. Like, um, how much exercise have you done? What did you eat? uh, when did you go to sleep? How many hours did you spend on your phone in front of computers? How many hours did you spend outside in front of sunlight? How many days did you wake up early? How many cold showers did you have? How many coffees did you have? How many magnesiums pills did you have? Calcium. Did you take care of this? Did you run? Did you take a look at all of these things and see how many things have you done that were directly correlated with your Flintstones roots, like natural food, okay, natural food, exercise, sleep, daylight, recovery, massage, sauna, cold showers, supplements, okay, all of these things. And try, don't go for a pill straight away. If it's not urgent, don't go for a pill straight away and take a pill or go to the doctor or stuff like this. Try to adapt, try to bring back the nature, the Flintstones roots alive inside of you, okay? Try to turn them on for the next 2 weeks and see if that flu or, I don't know, back pain or whatever it is, if it disappears or improve, you know, diminish slowly by slow, yeah, step by step. So if it does, that means you went way too far, like you didn't take care of your Flintstones roots. Health was never meant to be impressive. It was meant to be stable. When we stop treating common sense like a trend, the body usually does the rest. And that's true. Imagine you have a cut, for example, a small cut, a very, very like a paper cut. Okay, your body heals if you give him the nutrition, exercise, and everything else. Okay, the body heals himself. So that's why don't try to don't don't try that every single time you have a problem with your body, get to modern medicine straight away, get to the doctor, get to a pill or something like that. Try to get back to your roots, the Flintstone roots. Do everything that you can do. If it's not um, an emergency, do everything that you can do in terms of Flintstones roots, nature, what nature's required. Okay, and then if you wait 2 3 days, 1 week, and if nothing is improving, okay, fair enough, you go to modern medicine. Because in most of the cases it's just because our lifestyle made us forget about our Flintstones roots. See you next time. Bye.